A little while ago I started a series where I compared Tube Heroes and YouTooz. Tube Heroes was an earlier attempt at what YouTooz did, and of course, it failed. You probably remember what it was if you watched Minecraft content in 2015. But it was basically similar to YouTooz because it was the general concept of basing a product off of a YouTuber. However, YouTooz still has another brand similar to it, that is actually more well known. Pop vinyls. They're literally everywhere. You go to Walmart or Target, they're there. You even find them at the grocery store. Who on earth is going to the grocery store to buy collectibles? YouTooz bears a lot more similarities to Pops than Tube Heroes though. On paper, the concept of Tube Heroes and YouTooz are practically the same, but the overall design of YouTooz is what makes it similar to Pop vinyls. You probably already know about the history of YouTooz, but for anybody that doesn't, YouTooz is a Canadian-based company that makes figures based off of internet characters. It started in mid-2019, and ever since has been growing at a rapid pace. The first figure that they released was based off of the Ugandan Knuckles meme. The meme had kinda died nearly a year earlier, but it still sells for ridiculous amounts from resellers. While YouTooz is an independent company that isn't associated with any other ones, Pop vinyls are. Pop vinyls are a brand created by Funko in 2010. They were revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, and the first figures released were a couple of Batman characters. The general idea of Pop figures is genius because if you can get the licenses to properties people like, that's going to bring in new customers. Meaning that the more figures you make, the more new consumers you're going to attract. You probably didn't start collecting YouTooz or Pops of random things you don't know about. You probably started because your favorite show or content creator got one. It's why companies like YouTooz and Pops are so profitable. You probably got into collecting either of these brands because one of your favorite properties got their own version of them. The figures are both similar regarding the concept and design of them, but the way that they each sell them is vastly different. Funko sells Pop figures on their website, Amazon, and pretty much every store you can think of. However, YouTooz only sells their figures on their website, and all of them have a limited stock so that when they sell out, they never go on sale again. Which is another thing that gets YouTooz sales. A lot of resellers buy YouTooz just to sell them off for a ton of money on places like eBay and StockX. And it also makes it feel urgent to buy a figure before it sells out, because if you miss it you either have to get it on resale for tons of money, or just not get it. And I don't think anybody is crazy enough to pay hundreds of dollars for painted pieces of plastic that sit in a corner and don't do anything. And if you are, then I'm kind of concerned. But even $30 on the website is a bit much. A Funko Pop is like $7. You could buy an entire shelf full of them for that price. Which is why I'm confused how people are able to afford collections this big. Is your dad Donald Trump? When I made the past videos, I didn't own any YouTooz, but in this one I do, so we are actually gonna compare them physically. I usually just keep these in the box, but I had to take it out to do this. The quality of the figure is really good, there aren't any misprints and it looks good on display. Same thing for this one. YouTooz does seem a lot higher quality compared to Pop vinyls, but then again it's only 1/3 of the price. You can also turn the necks of Funko Pops, which I think is a plus. Overall the YouTooz design and quality is just a lot better than Pops. Aside from collectible figures, what else does each brand make? Funko sells miniature versions of the figures as keychains, despite them usually costing the same amount as the normal figures. So I don't know why you would want to pay $17 for a smaller version of a figure that's $13. And Funko isn't the only one who sells their figures in different sizes. YouTooz sells 1-foot versions of their figures. And I really have no clue who or why somebody would buy this, but at least it's not making people pay more for a smaller version of a figure. I thought the reason people bought these was to put on a shelf for decoration or something, but I don't think a 1-foot figure is gonna fit on a shelf. YouTooz had also made plushies a while back. I don't know if they are going to make any more of them, but they did sell out fairly quickly. And it would be pretty cool if they made them on creators aside from Flamingo. Funko also made pop t-shirts. I don't know if they're official or not, but they are still pretty epic, so I just wanted to mention them. After looking at each brand and comparing them, I personally think YouTooz are just all around better. Most Funko Pops are just remolds of each other, while almost every YouTooz has a unique design. Plus the quality on YouTooz is a lot better as well. I just wanted to say that we now officially have a Zentric Discord server. You can now officially argue with other people on which YouTooz is the best. Also shout out to Evan DeMayo for this really cool fan art.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys. And I did, and back in those days, to show how things have changed, one of the things you had to use, if you used pomade in your hair, you had to wear a bathing cap.